YouTube, what a YouTube, Down Home News TV. I'm your host, Dre, and it is the weekend, finally. Thank goodness. TGIF. So, to start off this weekend, I'm gonna review a Jessie Peterson video. And he's talking about the situation with Miss Rosa Parks. This is my first time ever hearing about the story. Well, I know about the situation with Rosa Parks not wanting to get up and defending herself. But this story from Jessie Peterson story. I say story. Well, it is a story, but story from Jessie Peterson is a different version that a lot of us probably never heard of. Not sure if it's true or not. I'd have to do a little more investigating about it, but let's check it out.
This is dumb. Thomas is out of Michigan. Thomas, thank you for calling. Get it off your chest, sir.
Hey, Jesse, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Thomas. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hope all is well. I haven't talked to you in a minute, but man.
No, man, it's good.
Jesse, the last few times I heard a couple lies you was telling, bro.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
I thought you was an honest man.
Tell me lies, don't patronize. Tell me lies. Give me one lie you heard.
All right. First of all, you said you told a caller.
Are you a Christian, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you believe in God.
All the way.
All right. Tell me one lie I told.
You told a caller, this black guy was asking you about the Jim Crow laws.
Yes.
And you said they were created by black Democrats to, what did you say? They made up to do something. And I was like, that's a lie. That wasn't made up. They were made up by white Democratic Party, and it was controlled by the
So you heard me
state.
say, I said black Democrats?
Yeah, because he said, well, who made that up? Because he was talking about Jim Crow. Was that evil or was it racist?
I may have had a slip of the tongue. I'll go back and listen to that because sometimes people say I said things that I didn't say. And so
why did you think Jim Crow was made?
I did tell you that it was created by Democrats in order to control the people, to keep the people divided. It didn't quite work because in those good old days when black people had morals and they believed in God, they don't have it now, but when they had it, they knew that not all white people was for that, and white people knew that not all black people for that, and they got along. But it was the Democratic Party, as they are today, created and carried out the so-called Jim Crow law. So,
but you said it was a good time.
It was for black people. You mean for black people, right?
It was a bad time for black people.
No, it wasn't. What was the bad time?
Black people, Jim Crow laws, we had to sit in the back of the bus.
And that's bad?
Vote. We couldn't use the... Yeah,
what is bad about
you as a second-class citizen?
What is
They're
bad?
not treating you as an equal human being.
What is bad about sitting in the back of a bus? That's the first plane that black people run
if
to
somebody
now.
tells me, yeah, because they got trained to do that over the years, young black kids. But
so the black kids who were sitting, who were sitting in the back of the bus today were trained by Jim Crow to sit in the back.
Some of them was passed down with that, and kids think it's fun because they don't know.
Now you lying.
They don't know the origins.
Now
of
you're lying.
My parents and people your
people
age
are sitting in the back of the bus because it's comfortable back there. They don't have to have eyes. Some people are insecure, and they don't need all eyes. Let me finish. They don't need all eyes looking on them, so they sit in the back. Even at my church service.
Making it sound good.
Hold on, man.
Said,
let me put them on hold.
I know when I was in school, everybody wanted to sit in the back because that's where I guess all the cool kids went to. And I went to a predominantly white school at the time, but all the cooler people, I guess you would call us, sat in the back. The only time we sat in the front was when we were actually in trouble.
People sit in the back of the bus because they don't want to be looked at and feel more comfortable. Isn't that right, Joe? So this man Thomas lying again.
You always go to the back.
You go to the back. You looking at everybody else. Nobody can see you. In our church service, we have to invite the people to come down front, right? because everybody end up in the back seats.
Right.
So Thomas lied, and that nobody trained them that from Jim Crow, and that wasn't passed down from black people. What a liar! Thomas lied with that nice name. Ain't that Thomas in the Bible? Thomas need to take it. Come out the grave and take. Thomas, come out the grave and take your name back. The Bible, Thomas. Thomas, so you lied about that.
Hello, can I talk?
Not over me.
Can I speak now?
Go ahead.
Jesse, the way you try to deflect and say things is so ridiculous, Jesse. They were telling you, boy, nigga, get to the back of the bus.
Who told you
Why
that?
do you think she stood up? Why do you think Rosa Parks stood up and said no more of this?
May I tell you why?
I can't go. Did you have to sit up at the theater at the top and go through the back door?
It was
Could you
fun.
go to the front with the white
So
folks
let me
when
answer
you
some of
did
your
that in
questions.
Alabama?
Let me answer some of your questions first. Number one,
Just
no
think
one
about it.
ever. No, I'll have to think about it. I grew up in it. No one ever
I
said.
know you did.
No, I'm putting Thomas on hold. You sound like a black woman. No one ever said, nigga, boy, get up and go to the back of the bus. No one ever said that to me my whole life. And secondly, when I went to the movie theater once down in Eufaula, Alabama, we couldn't sit together with the white folks. We had to sit in the balcony. But I was a teenager. That was fun. That was not pain. So he's lying about that. Let's see, what else? Thomas, what else?
So you said I'm lying about all of that?
Yes.
Okay, so you're never going to agree to me. So I have another question.
Oh,
for
let me tell you why Rosa Parks stood up on the bus and said, oh, I'm tired of this. It was planned by the NAACP. Rosa Parks was not one day.
I'm not laughing at Miss Parks' pain, but Jesse Lee Peterson. Oh man, he's a character, bro. He's a character.
Coming home, nobody was aware, and she just stood up. Lord, I ain't gonna sit in the back of this bus no more. I'm just tired. It didn't happen that way. It was planned by the NAACP. Okay? And as a matter of fact, they had chosen another woman to do it. And just before she did it, at some point, they found out that that black woman was pregnant out of wedlock. They like, this ain't gonna work. Ain't nobody gonna step there for some pregnant black woman trying to stand up and talk about she's tired. They said, okay, we can't use her. And they found Rosa Parks to do it. And they tried to portray it as though somehow or another, Rosa was just so tired. And she was coming home from work one day, and Rosa said, Lord, I ain't sitting in the back of this bus anymore. No more. Yo, did you know what happened that way?
No, you just hear it in schools that she was a hero.
She was not no hero. She was a zero. She was not a brave woman. It was planned by the NAACP. They knew what they were doing. And so a brave woman would have just stood up with nobody looking, nobody protecting, nobody watching. And if you were that upset about sitting at the back of a bus and said, y'all, I ain't sitting back here no more. It was planned.
Shake my head.
And it was like that, and the people been lying to the blacks to keep them angry and use them. Like Thomas, he believed it. And he's angry about nothing. And then to scare white people into shutdown mode, it's all the lie, folks. It's the children of the lie lying to you. It never happened, Joel.
And he mad like it happened to him.
Yeah, and he's about now the children are sitting in the back of the bus because it been passed down. Who passed it? How can that be passed down to somebody? Okay, kids, in 2019, y'all go sit in the back of the bus. You can't make those kids sit up front.
I'm kind of conflicted on that situation because there was a study on some mice, and I want to say they would spray some type of scent, and the mice would do something when they smelled the scent as the adults, I think they would get shocked once they smell the scent. Every time they smell the scent, the mice would get shocked, and later on in generations, through the mice, maybe 2 or 3 generations later, they would spray that same scent, and the mice would be afraid because I guess it's genetically passed down. But I'm not sure if that would actually work with a bus, but I know a lot of people, they just would rather sit in the back of the bus when I was growing up. But it's mainly the kids, jocks, that had more fun at school, I would say, and all the kids that were more focused on their studies, they would sit up front and things like that. But
What a mess, huh?
It's horrible.
long story short, I guess I'm saying that I'm not sure if that mouse training would qualify as the same thing as blacks going automatically to the back of the bus. But let's keep it
lies. And ain't nobody out there cleaning it up but me. It's all lies, folks. I grew up in it. I grew up on a Jim Crow. Ain't nobody said nigga go to the back of the bus. They didn't even say nigga go to the top of in the movie theater. We just went up there. We saw the sign and led us up there. We were fine. It was. I remember sitting up there. We had a perfect view. We were like, oh, white people missing out. They down bottom. They can't see.
And kids aren't even thinking about that. They ain't thinking about going to the back of the bus.
Not at
some
all.
Black stuff.
These black people are lying. That's why it was a mistake. I mean, not a mistake. The worst thing, one of the worst things that ever happened to the black people was the stupid civil rights movement. The only thing that they should have done was pass the law, the same laws that the Democrats had organized, that would get rid of those laws and let people be protected, and then leave us alone. Go sit down. We don't need no leaders. We don't need no government. We don't need no nothing. We're doing just fine. Thank you. And then they set themselves up as leaders of the people. And now black men don't even think for themselves. Whatever they hear, that's what they say. Anyway, where's Thomas? Oh, let's try. Lord. Let's see what else he got to say. Thomas!
Can you hear me, Jesse?
I can now, yes.
Tell the beta boy Joel I'm not angry. I was just talking about
No, you
history,
lying.
You change history, Jesse.
No, you lied about
like
history.
It never happened.
You lied about history. All that mess you talk about did not happen.
Says. I'm not. Why would I lie about what history is?
Because you believe what the liars wrote.
Okay, so
and what they say.
Question. Can I ask you another question?
One more.
Tariq Nasheed brought up that you were funded by Joseph Farrar.
Who is Joseph Farrar?
Radical Jewish homosexual.
Who is Joseph Farrar?
The founder, your funding of Bond.
Are you calling Joseph Farrar of the WND? You calling him a Jewish homosexual?
I'm saying, is he?
Are you saying that he is a Jew?
That's what came up online.
Are you saying that he's a Jewish homosexual?
I don't know. I'm asking you, is he? And is he your funder?
Why are you asking, is he?
I heard Tariq Nasheed say he was funding you, and he was putting out propaganda.
Lied about that.
He had you putting out racist propaganda.
He lied about that. Black people lie, man. You can't believe liars.
So we don't tell truth about nothing.
Nothing. Y'all hate the truth. Y'all are liars.
I don't hate the truth.
Y'all liars. Ain't no more. Nothing lies. Tell Tariq he's a liar about that.
Oh man. Whether you love or hate the guy, he's pretty hilarious, I think. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this video.